Hi dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the fundamental unit of life. You know, a cell is a basic unit of life. So before the discussion of the cell, we need to discuss the introduction part of the cell. All right. Actually, and we have 16th century only the cell invention started. Yeah, first of it is invention of the microscope started from the 16th century. Marcello Malpighi in 1661, a microscopist. Yeah, he observed the tiny structural unit called the utricles. In 1665, Robert Hooke, an English scientist, looked at a slice of cork in the compound microscope in the plant bark. He observed the many tiny columns, room-like structures that are present in the honeycomb. So those are we call as a cork cells. Actually, the Robert Hooke observed the only outer cells. So which are the outer lining only he observed. Later in 1674, Leeuwenhoek, he improved the microscope with the discovery of the free living cells in the water. Robert Brown is a scientist in 1831, discovered the nucleus. Purkinje in 1839 coined the term protoplasm. It's a fluid matrix material. Two biologists like a Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden 1838, Schwann 1839. So both are the individual scientists. So Jacob Schleiden is a plant scientist, Schwann is an animal scientist. Yeah, actually Schleiden discovered the plant cell theory, Schwann discovered the animal cell theory. Yeah, finally, plant cell theory discovered the both scientists, Schleiden and Schwann. Rudolf Virchow in 1855, he discovered the cell division, how cells improved. So from one cell to the another cell. So he discovered the cell division from the existing cell. All living organisms made up of cells. Cell, it's a word cellular, which means a little word. It is a Latin word. This means a little room. Plants or animal cells are the two small substances we can see only under the microscope. Without microscope, how can we observe the this kind of cells? Yeah, let us observe these compound microscope. Yeah, well, let us observe the specimens. Yeah, place a glass slide, a chemical. You can observe the objects in the under microscope, place in the particular area or the glass part. Light is reflected from the mirror reaches to the object. Now you can observe. So we can observe the magnify image of the specimen. So turn knobs to the sharper image. So let us observe an experiment. So with the help of the onion, so we can observe the plant cell. Yeah, cut the onion. Yeah, take a small pose like that. Take a slowly remove the peel. So simply onion peel, a small layered structure. With help of the forceps, place it on the slide. Add glycerin solution or water. Now add a few drops, one or two drops of iodine solution. and place it a cover slip. So tap gently with the needle, so removal of air bubbles and excess amount of water. So place it this light on the stage of the microscope. Now observe a small chamber-like structures, so called the cells. So we can clearly observe under the microscope. Each cells contain the prominent vacuoles, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Right? So onion cells. We already observed the onion cells. Now observe the animal cells. Just now we observe the plant cell. Now we are going to observe the animal cell. Yeah, take a ice cream spoons or the toothpicks. Take a cheek cells. So creep it and place it on the slide. So take some or add some amount of glycerin or water. Okay, add a drop of the methylene blue. Methylene blue is a solution, and place it cover slip as well as same procedure. Let observe the slide under the microscope. Now you can clearly observe the cells individually. The cells have a darkly stained spherical nucleus at the center part. Yeah, actually the shape of the cells is different from the person to the person, organism to the organism. See, amoeba and human beings, different cells. Amoeba can easily change their shape. Okay, it is unicellular organism. Cells like a neuron, nerve cell. See, the cell shape and the function is different, right? Yeah, the development of microscope to the we can easily discover the single cells as well as multicellular organisms and multicellular. Unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms are the individual. Okay, unicellular organisms like amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium, bacteria. And you know multicellular organisms like a fungus, plants, animals. Right? Different kinds of organisms. These are, we can easily observe with the help of the microscope. Yeah, here these organisms are the unicellular organisms. Other hand, these are the multicellular organisms. So, so all the cells together to form the tissues. Do you know how living organisms perform the basic functions in their body? Living organisms perform the basic functions through the division of labor into different origins. Different cells have a different functions. You know, we all work to it's a just like a teamwork. They're going to do the different functions. So all functions in unicellular organisms are carried out by the single cell. For example, in amoeba, a single cell is responsible for different kind of functions. So take nutrition, exchange of gases, respiration, digestion, etc. All the functions takes place within the cell. As well as different organs perform the different functions in multicellular organisms. For example, human beings, human body. The heart pumps the blood, stomach, it's the digestion of food, kidneys, excrete the waste and the filtration of blood, right? Living organisms are also classified into the prokaryotes, eukaryotes. So based on the organization of the cellular structure, prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Karyotic means a nuclear membrane. Prokaryotes. So these are the unicellular organisms. The best examples are the bacteria and archaea. These are the bacteria cells. So there doesn't contain any kind of nuclear membrane, and there is no cellular boundary organelles. Eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotics are characterized by the membrane-bound cell organelles, and it contains the particular membrane, a nuclear membrane. Simply we call as nucleus present in the eukaryotes. Some kind of examples of eukaryotic cells like a trypanosoma, euglena, paramecium, okay, fungi, plants, animals, etc. These are all of the multicellular. Yeah, fungi, plants, animals. These are the multicellular organisms. Yeah. Now, observe the bacteria. This is a prokaryotic cell. So let's take a closer look about the bacteria. The cell wall contain the, okay, the outer cell. It contains the cell wall, and it is a freely permeable. As actually, the cell wall is a composition of pectin in prokaryotic cells, and plasma membrane also present under the cell wall. And this is a selectively permeable. The similar function like a unicellular eukaryotic cells. So different kinds of ions or the nutrients and waste, etc. These kind of materials excreted or the receiving takes place through the plasma membrane. And next one is cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like material. So it is perform the all the functions within the cell. Yeah, let's take a closer look about the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contains the nucleoid, ribosomes, and flagella. The nucleoid is a circular DNA molecule. It's present in the central region of the cell. It's regulate the all the functions of the cell. Ribosomes. So these are the responsible for the proteins, making of proteins or protein synthesis. Flagella is appendages responsible for the utility. I mean mutilation means movement. It is moved from one place to the another. Let's see the difference between the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells or organisms. Prokaryotic DNA is not bounded by the membrane, all nucleoid. Eukaryotic DNA is bounded by a nuclear membrane. Prokaryote has a single circular DNA. Eukaryotic cells DNA contain the paired chromosomes. Prokaryotic doesn't have the vacuoles, but eukaryotic cells it contains the vacuoles. Yeah, these are the differences of the prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Now, observe the individually the cell structures, the cell basic unit of life. So let us discuss the structure and functions of the cell. Yeah, the cell is a fundamental and the structural unit of the life. So it contains the plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, present in the eukaryotic cells, right? Yeah. Look at these cells. So it contains, observe the cell wall. The cell wall is the outermost covering, which is a non-living and rigid. It is seen only in the plant cells. It separates the cell contents from the cell surroundings and gives the shape as well as gives the protection also. It is composed of the cellulose. Cellulose is the material. You know, in prokaryotic cells also, cell wall is present. That is composition of pectin. Here, the cell wall is composition of the cellulose. Cellulose cell wall. And now the plasma membrane. So observe the plasma membrane. So it we call as a cell membrane. It is a living membrane. So it contains the proteins and lipids, proteins and lipids. It's we call as a selectively permeable membrane. So it is allows the some kind of materials in and out of the cell. Yeah, some kind of materials enter to the cell as well as some kind of waste materials exit from the cell. Right. So these are the different ways to movement of the molecules. The low concentration as well as the high concentration. The movement of gases like a carbon dioxide and oxygen from the region of high concentration to a region of low concentration to form the homogeneous solution through the process of diffusion. So molecules are the transfer from the higher concentration to lower concentration. That the process we call as diffusion. So which are the molecules transport through the semi-permeable membrane is called the osmosis. Simply osmosis means the molecules are the transfer from the low concentration to the high concentration is called as osmosis. So let us observe an experiment, salt solution. So place a cell into the salt solution. Yeah, what happens? You can observe. First one. So medium surrounding cells, higher water concentration than the cell. So cell gain the water. Cell gain the water. So through the osmosis process. So this solution we call as a hypertonic solution. So take a same water concentration as a cell. So in and out the movement of the cell. So now the cells stay the same size. Such cell solution. Actually, before step 1, the concentration is a change. But step 2, same concentration of the cell and same concentration of the solution. Now this kind of solutions we call as a isotonic solution. Now step 3. So lower concentration. Low water concentration. Here water concentration is low compared to the cell concentration. Yeah. Then cell lost the water through the osmosis process. So the cell will be going to shrink. So these kinds of solutions we call as hypertonic solution. When cells loses water through the osmosis process, the cell contents will be shrink. This is known as a plasmolysis. When cell lost the water from the cell, so the cell it will be shrink. So this process we call as a plasmolysis. Let us observe the another cell organelle, nucleus. So nucleus control the all the functions of the cell. Nucleus have the nuclear membrane. It is a double layer structure. Nuclear membrane. So it allows the substances in a particular material. It contains the nucleoplasm. Yeah, it contains the chromosomes, a paired structure. The chromosomes are the paired structure. Yeah, chromosome contain the hereditary information. See this, it is a DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid, that's the DNA. See, it is composition of the phosphate, sulfate, etc. Simply we call as a protein material. So these are functional segment of DNA is called as a gene. The nucleus controls the cell division and cell development. So here major role, cell division. It is also control the cell development. Now cytoplasm, a fluid matrix material in the plasma membrane is called as a cytoplasm. And the cytoplasm present outside the nuclear membrane and inside the plasma membrane. Outside the nuclear membrane, this is the nuclear membrane. Outside the nuclear membrane and inside the plasma membrane. The fluid matrix material we call as a cytoplasm. Yeah, the nucleus along with the cytoplasm. Okay, it is both nucleoplasm and cytoplasm along the total composition we call as a protoplasm. It's protoplasm we can observe in the prokaryotic cells simply. Yeah, now the cytoplasm is a clear, thick, jelly-like material with water, organic compounds, and organelles. All cell organelles also present in the cytoplasm. So, other than the cell organelles, we call as a cytosol. Cytoplasm supports and protects the cell organelles that form the different metabolic functions or metabolic activities. Yeah, cell organelles. Come to the cell organelles. So, cell contain the different kinds of cell organelles. So, we can explore all those. First one. So, the red endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for the protein synthesis. Actually, endoplasmic reticulum contains it is irregular network, double tubular membrane, continuous with the nuclear membrane. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Simply we call as ER, endoplasmic reticulum. These are the two types. One is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes present on it, while absent of ribosomes present in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for the synthesized protein, while smooth endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes the lipids and fats. Some of the proteins and lipids helps in building the cell membrane and some functions and enzymes in the plasma membrane. Endoplasmic reticulum serve as a channel for the transport of the proteins between the various regions of the cytoplasm. Now, next one is spherical granules or the ribosomes. So, ribosomes are found in the cytoplasm and the attachment of the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, these are the naked in structure, no membrane. Ribosomes are the responsible for the synthesized the protein. Another organelle is a Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. So, which are the responsible for the transportation of materials across the cytoplasm are called as a Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. The great scientist Camillo Golgi described the Golgi apparatus. Okay, a stack from the flattened membrane contains the vesicles, cisternae, a tube-like structure are the cisternae. Vesicles containing soluble proteins produced by the endoplasmic reticulum fused with the dictyosome. These vesicles are transported across the cytoplasm, diffuse with the cell membrane and release the proteins outside the cell. Golgi body also known as synthesis of glycoproteins. That is why it is the transporter house of the cell. Now, powerhouses of the cell, that's nothing but mitochondria. Yeah, mitochondria have their own DNA and ribosomes to synthesize the respiratory enzymes. These enzymes oxidize the glucose molecules to produce energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate, ATP. We call ATP. This energy used for the chemical activities and the mechanical work. Mitochondria have outer and inner membranes, means two membranes structure. The inner membrane have the folding like structures we call as cristae. So remaining area is we call as a matrix. This is completely matrix. The folding structures we call as cristae. And next cell organelle is lysosomes. Yeah, this is a life factory to clean. Usually present in the animals. Actually, the lysosomes are absent in the plants, but present in the animals. Yeah, it contains the different types of digestive enzymes. These enzymes destroy which are the materials present in the cell, and which are the foreign substances and digested materials or waste materials present in the cell. It will be break down the cell, and it will be eliminated from the cell. So not only these, some kind of bacteria, etc. So it will be break down and it will be exit from the cell. Interestingly, lysosomes are also known as two cell bags of the cell. Why? So these lysosomes break the cells in a certain condition. The lysosomes may be burst a particular cell. That is why the lysosomes are also called as two cell bags of the cell. Now granules, storage granules actually. There are the two types, starch granules. These are the storage, lipid granules. Yeah, starch granules are the storage materials, food materials. Lipid granules are storage the fat materials. Cells have a storage unit that we call as a vacuole. These are the stored water, energy, waste materials like amino acids, sugars, and proteins, etc. These are all are the stored in the vacuole. Yeah, it contains the cell sac. A vacuole is covered by the living membrane we call the tonoplast. Okay, mostly vacuoles are the large number in the plants and bigger in the size. But animals, there is no vacuole. If present, a small number. Yeah, let us look at the plastids. Yeah, the plastids only present in the plants, not in the animals. Yeah, the plastids. There are the mostly two types of plastids: colored plastids called as the chromoplast, and colorless plastids called the leucoplast. Plastids containing chlorophyll are known as chloroplast. So in colored plastids, so which are the color green color substance plastic we call as a chloroplast. Chloroplasts are important for the photosynthesis. Chloroplasts have a membranous layers, okay, plate-like structures we call as a grana, and remaining substance we call as stroma. Actually, photosynthesis process takes place in the chloroplast. Yeah, leucoplast store the starch materials, whereas the protein materials also. Yeah, that is about the plastic. Now look at the differences of animal cells and the plant cells. Yeah, size. Plant cells are the larger in size compared to the animal cell. Cell wall. Plant cell have the cell wall, but animal cells do not. Plant cells have a chloroplast, but animal cells do not. Plant cells usually a large vacuole, while animal cells do not. If present a small vacuole, the cytoplasm plant cell is pushed to the periphery by the large vacuole. In animal cell, the cytoplasm is dense and fills the entire cell. plant cells has no lysosomes compared to the animal cells. Animal cells present in the lysosome. Right? This is regarding cell structure and the function. So, dear students, hope you all are understand. Thank you all.